system is a complex network of cells, tissues and organs that work together to protect the body from foreign substances. There are several defense mechanisms in place. The innate immune system is a first-line, non-specific response that aims to keep foreign particles out of our bodies. However, at times, this may not be enough to deal with the problem, and so a more specific immune response, known as the adaptive immune system, is activated. Let's imagine that the body is a bank that is being robbed by a gang of foreign criminals. Police officers, or components of the innate immune system, raise the alarm and request assistance from a team of specialist police officers, or components of the adaptive immune system. Together, these officers can use their unique skills and tools to attack the criminals before they can cause any damage. Inflammatory bowel disease, or IBD, is a term that describes two conditions: Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis, which are both characterized by intermittent periods of active disease, known as flare-ups, and little or no disease activity, known as remission. These conditions should not be confused with irritable bowel syndrome, or IBS, which is a non-inflammatory condition. IBD can affect anyone, and although the exact cause is unknown, it is linked to a variety of factors. Health isn't the only aspect of life affected by IBD. It can also have a significant impact on everyday social situations. In IBD, the immune system is in overdrive. Going back to our bank analogy, imagine that the police officers who arrive at the robbery don't have the skills or tools they need to identify the robbers. In a panic, they attack everybody inside the bank, including innocent customers. This inappropriate response is known as autoimmunity, where the immune response is directed against both foreign substances and healthy host cells. Crohn's disease, or CD, is a chronic inflammatory condition that affects up to 1.7 million people across Europe. CD most commonly involves the end of the small intestine or the beginning of the large intestine. However, it may involve any part of the gastrointestinal tract, from the mouth to the anus. CD is characterized by an abnormal immune response to bacteria and other materials in the intestine, which are mistaken for foreign substances. CD can affect anyone, but is most common in those aged 15 to 30. The exact cause of CD is unknown, but is thought to involve several factors. The symptoms vary from person to person and can be painful and difficult to manage. Ulcerative colitis, or UC, is another form of inflammatory bowel disease that affects up to 2.6 million people across Europe. For reasons that are still unknown, people with UC experience overactive immune responses. As a result, the surface of the inner lining of the rectum and colon, which are part of the large intestine, becomes raw and inflamed and develops ulcers that may bleed and produce mucus. Anyone can get UC, but several factors such as genetics and environmental stimuli are linked to the condition. This continuous or chronic inflammation leads to the characteristic symptoms of UC, and the condition is characterized by periods of no symptoms followed by unexpected flare-ups. Crohn's disease, or CD, and ulcerative colitis, or UC, are two forms of inflammatory bowel disease. CD affects the gastrointestinal tract in patches, anywhere from the mouth to the anus, and impacts different layers in the intestinal wall, whereas UC affects continuous regions of the lining of the colon and rectum. Despite these differences, there are many similarities between the conditions, including the debilitating symptoms, linked to colon cancer, and the significant impact on social and psychological factors. Though there is no cure for CD or UC, both conditions benefit greatly from the right treatment and certain lifestyle changes.